Hi there, my name is Kronenberg and welcome to my channel. This is a film review of Rollerball. It's an action sci-fi film. It came out in 1975. Its Amazon rating is a 15. IMDb is an AA. It's a 2 hour and 5 minutes. Amazon is 4.6 out of 5. IMDb is 6.5 out of 10. I'm going to read both because they're kind of different. So IMDb is: in a corporate-controlled future, an ultra-violent sport known as rollerball represents the world, and one of its powerful athletes is out to defy those who want him out of the game. And Amazon is: James Caan stars as a rollerball champ in this fast-hitting, action-packed glimpse of a future where brutal, no-holds-barred sport takes the place of war, and murder is just part of the game. So the director is Norman Jewison, Jewison, who directed Moonstruck, and the producer is also Norman, who also produced Moonstruck. Music was Andre Previn, Previn, who did the music for Kiss Me Stupid. So as usual, I've just picked the main ones. So we have as cast, we have James Caan, who was Jonathan E., who was in The Godfather, John Beck, who was Moon Pie, who was in Sleeper, Moses Gunn, Gunn, who was Cletus, who was in Shaft, and Barbara Trentham, Trentham, who was Daphne, who was in Skyriders. It was filmed in Bavaria, Berlin and Frankfurt in Germany, Switzerland and Hampshire and Buckinghamshire in England. So there we go. So I've done the remake, if that makes sense, of Rollerball as a review. I didn't actually know there was an original. God help me. When I first bought it years and years ago, then I thought, oh, there's an original. Let's review that one. So I'm going to link at the very end of this video the remake review. So I was kind of curious about this one. So I kind of know what it's like in the remake, so I'm kind of seeing what it was like in the original, see how much of a difference there are and stuff like that. Now at the very beginning there's like the Phantom of the Opera music. I assume it's Phantom of the Opera music, and the credits, and then the arena starting to turn up. There's like the people setting it all up, not the contestants, the crew and the film people and all that business, setting it all up. And this is literally the very start. And then literally the very beginning, Jonathan, which is James Caan's, there, and they're already chanting his name. So if you ever watch the remake, which I'm not going to go into too much depth, he's not there at the very he's doing some pissing about with some sort of, I don't know, skateboard thing or whatever he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. And then he appears in there. So he's already in there. He hasn't done any of that rubbish stuff just to, add some filler. So it's actually roller skating. So again, in the remake, they do rollerblading. At least I think it's rollerblading. But in the original, it's roller skating because rollerblades didn't exist. So you actually see all the actors skate. It's quite interesting to watch them all. It's quite intense, and fair play to the choreography. They got very well with it all. Now the interesting thing, and again I keep comparing it to the two. So when you watch the remake, you'll see that, or you'll hear that every time that there's an arena, there's a match on, there's music kind of and you see all this kind of music. But in the original, none. Not a single solitary sound of music in the original match, and all the way through it, there's none. So all you can hear is the sound of them, the screaming, the yelling, the movements. And it's so much better, more immersive, I would say. So it's in the future, but it's in the 70s, of course, because that's when it's recorded. So then they decide to think of buildings that look like they're going to be in the future. So it's quite nice seeing that, and it's like, no. And then the owner, which I can't remember what his name was, he was an English guy, he's in these quiet rooms. They go through this like orange corridor or something, and then he arrives there and he says, "Oh, come into my quiet room." So all around this chair, or these two chairs that this guy sat in, obviously he sat in one chair, and James is going to walk through. are these like hanging glass shards. They're supposed to be, I'm assuming, like reflecting the sound and stuff like that. So that's the quiet area, and it tinkers like that. Anyway, he touches them with his fingers, you know, because he moves into them and they start moving. You know, obviously, he's supposed to walk through the gap, and he touches them all. And then he's like trying to stop it, and then he slices his thumb. I was like, maybe not the best quiet room. And so Jonathan, again, complete difference to the remake. He has his own helipad, a huge ranch, horses, large acres of land. It's like, what the hell? It's nothing like that in the remake. My God. And then the corporations are running the cities. Now, you were saying, oh, it's in the future. It's like, I think we're more or less there. If you look around you all, I think you more or less understand that most corporations do kind of run the world. There's no books, so the books have all been removed. You can only get a summary, like a synopsis. But if you want a full book, you have to hop to Switzerland, because they're all on the computer. Now, this is pre-internet, because the internet didn't exist back in the 75s, or in the 70s. So they're all on a computer in Switzerland, and they actually did record it in Switzerland at a certain building or something. So that was quite interesting. So the only place you can go is Switzerland to read the book, although it's not there. It's bizarre when you see it. So with all films, they always have some weird parts, and this one has a party. Right? The 70s music, you know, yeah, kind of weird music. There's lots of flirting going on. I thought, am I watching the right kind of film here at this point? It was like, what the hell's this? Then James turned up, and so did the others. And then there's this woman sort of chatting away to her friend. She's got this long ponytail, and this guy turns up behind her, pulls the ponytail like a kind of yank, hello sort of thing. She turns around. I thought she's gonna smack him in a minute. Oh no! She just strokes his face, so he strokes her face. I'm like, what? And then they do this weird dancing, this slow dancing. But instead of just doing the slow movement dancing thing, they're dancing with their foreheads touching each other, and their hands kind of up in a, like, you know when you say stop and you put your both hands up, like that. With the, it's like, what the hell am I watching? So literally the day after this party, so most of them are all buggered off, but some of them have just walked off into a field like you do in a full evening gown and stuff like this, and they use this revolver. It's kind of like a Magnum sort of gun, if you can understand that, and they're firing it at a tree, and basically it sets it all alight and blows up the tree. This Magnum to go poof, and this tree just blows up. I'm like, what the hell? What kind of big weapon is this? Oh, Jesus. Anyway, so the game kicks in again the next match, and they have no rules and no penalties. And they have limited substitutes, which basically means that if you get knocked down, there's only a few of them can be substituted. It's quite interesting watching it all. It's bloody brutal. My God. It makes the remake look like a watered down version. I mean, in the remake you've got this, oh yeah, it's like, pff, no, watch the original. If you want to see the brutal rollerball stuff and all that lot, oh my goodness me, watch. And it's definitely the second match. But the match was so intense. And so then we end up in the hospital with the doctor, and I'm just going to double check, because the doctor, yeah, there he is. Was he the one that I was thinking from? Yeah, he was. So sorry about this. So there's a doctor. They're in hospital, and the doctor there is Kato. That's not him in the actual film. And I thought, it's Kato from Inspector Clouseau's in Revenge of the Pink Panther. He used to be his like servant and stuff. And I thought, is it him? Yes, it is. I thought, my goodness me, that was so cool to watch. So the final match is even more brutal. There's fire, there's blood, there's fighting, crashes, and what an ending! It was fantastic. So compared to the remake, this is far, far better. It kept me mesmerised. Watching the actual matches, story was good, acting was great. I'm going to give it an 8. Now, people would say that's a bit high, but it was good. And if it keeps you on, keeps you watching, then surely that's the name of the game, the name of the film or whatever. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed watching and listening to this film review of Rollerball, the 1975 version. Please subscribe to my channel. I've got plenty of the film reviews. Not many action sci-fis, but they are starting to dwindle, sift out now, so I am getting some of those now. But you might find something you might want to watch. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Leave a comment in the comment box below if you watched both of these, one of these, either of these, whichever, I don't know. Okay, well, thank you and goodbye.